So this is where the bridge is, and as soon as you follow this road up here, that spot right in there is where I'm going to put my general store. And eventually you'll be able to rent canoes and that sort of thing, you know, to go down the river in. That's my, that's the Clevelands over there. They're into bicycles big time, and that's just kind of a rest stop on the trail. And this road leads up into my park. You can see back in the background, back in there. That's my park. So this general store will also service everybody that's in this park. It's got a little bit of everything in there, even, you know, some rock climbers. I think you've seen them before. So that's where the general store is going, right about there. So this is the general store that I'm putting over there in the park. Made my Blairstown LLC. So I'm going to get started on that next. Well, that's kind of a big box. That's the package. And this is our directions. Talks about painting and all kinds of stuff. Well, that's step 4. That's step 3. Get them open. Step 5. Step 6. Oh, I guess step 1 and 2 and that is in here. Yeah, there you go. There's step 1. And step 2. I haven't even read them over yet, so I'll have to read it over, and I think I'll open up my parts to see exactly what I have in there. Well, that's all the parts. I can't think of what those little things are for there, but that's it. So I'm to this point with this. I painted all the insides to the walls black first, and then I painted all the insides golden sunset, and all the exterior walls are painted snow white, and then I'll weather them a little bit later. And then the red that I'm using for the trim is gloss red. It's called Real Red. And, you know, this kit is a little different than some of the other ones that I built. There's 9 parts to that front door. For the front door system itself, 9 parts. And then there's 4 parts to each window. And then 4 parts to the back door and for the back window. So that's, I don't know if you can see that. There's even a mesh in there that's supposed to look like a screen for the screen doors on the front. I don't know. Can you see that? Maybe if I hold it there. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. But the pieces are so small that, you know, well, I was afraid I was going to bust them up. I'm going to put some lights in my general store. And I have to drill a hole. But, you know, I don't have all these fancy little drills that people have, so So this is that nano light. You can see just the tip of it there. And that's going to go into this hole. This hole right there. And then the head of it will be just sticking out on this side, right where that hole is. And you'll never see it, you know, because of the angle of the camera. And I'll light up the front porch. I think I'll have most of my figures around the front porch. I'm not sure if I'm going to put some shelving in there. I haven't thought that out just yet, but I guess time will tell. But I am going to put a stick-on LED on the bottom side of one of these roofs when they go on, so that I can have just a little light. And I know I'll have maybe a counter by the window and a couple of figures, so that there looks like there's action through the windows, but I'm not sure if I'll make a big deal out of it. I'll know by the time I get it all together, I guess. So that's where I'm at with this now. I'm trying to paint this so that, you know, it looks old, like it's a mom and pop store, and it's been here for many, many, many years, and, you know, they're having a hard time keeping up with it because of their age and that. And that's kind of the look I'm going for when I start finishing it. So that's my nano light up there. Can you see that? There it is. And I just super glued this into the back side with just a little drop, so if I needed to break it loose I will. And I'll try and make this roof so I can take it off easily if I need to get in there. So I decided to cut a piece of cardboard, just a thin cardboard, and I'm going to make a wall with a door, and I'm going to place it right inside the back, right where you see this little wall that I put there to hide the hole for the wires. I'm going to put this wall right in front of it, and that'll give the illusion when I look through the front that there's some shelving back there. So what I did was I cut that cardboard, and then I glued some little pieces of wood on it that I had and painted them. And I think once I get it in, yeah, don't laugh yet. I think once I get it in, it'll give the illusion of some shelving back there. And then I have a counter and some people, so I'm going to try this rather than to buy something. Well, I had a couple of little signs, so I put those on, just in case you'd see that from... Well, I have the wall glued into the back. I don't know if you can see it from inside the windows or not just yet. I mean, there's no real light in there. Wait a minute. Oh, that's what you see from the windows. I'm going to have the roof on. There's a hole there for the chimney. And I've decided I'm going to cover this, at least the main roof and maybe the front, with some cedar shakes. And I'm not sure about the back. Whatever I have left, I'll do the back. Well, I had just enough cedar shakes to do the porch, the roof, and the back roof. These were leftover shakes from that kit that I had used on my covered bridge. And this is the original color of them. So I am going to weather them down a little bit, and then I'll finish this up. This is the material they sent to do the roof with. It's just like a paper, cut out paper. It's got a sticky back side to it. And I think, you know, this was probably going to be to make it look like roll roofing, you know, on the store and that. But I went with the cedar shakes. Okay, so there it is. I'm pretty much finished with it. I put on the signs and I did some weathering to the building and the signs, and I weathered the roof. This is the side that'll eventually face the dirt road that goes into the park, and the signage that's on that wall. This will be the back wall. I don't think you'll see that too much. And then get the wires out of the way. This is the side that'll be facing the river. And that's the front right there. So I'm pretty happy with that. I think it looks like an old store. And I have a place here set up where I could plug it in, and I'm going to do that next. I'll plug it in and I'll show you what it looks like at different settings for the light. But you know, these windows are so small and there's a lot going on, so I don't know if I'll see much in the windows, you know, for the interior at night. But at least I had the back wall done just in case you'd be able to see through there. But I'll show you what it looks like. Well, I need to install it, but it gives you that idea of what it looked like once I place it in there. There'll be a parking lot back in this area right in here. And then I'm thinking of a boathouse somewhere in this area too. Well, that backdrop with the shelves and everything I made doesn't show up very well through those windows. I didn't expect it would, but I did want something in there in case it did. So it's there. You can kind of see the guy with the counter and person standing by the doors inside, and I've got a guy eating a sandwich looking out the window. So, I mean, that adds to, at least you can see something going on inside. I'm trying to finish up that side of the river. I've got like a boathouse and a pier to build and a couple other little things to do. You know, before I can really put water in the river, it's just painted in right now. Anyway, I had some extra materials, you know, from the cutouts on the laser cuts from that kit. So this is my first scratch build. Yeah, wait till you see it. Yeah, I'll show you. And then, you know, if I don't see you again in this video, you guys have a great day, and I'll see you on my next one. Thanks for being here. So I made this outhouse out of the scrap material for the general store that was left over, you know, from the wood cutouts from the laser cuts. I call them, hey, close the door, I'm on the crapper. I thought it'd come out pretty good. You know, this is my first scratch built model. Yeah, because I did it with extra parts. I put a little vent in the back there so he doesn't stink up the place too bad. You know, that's not where it's going to go. I'm going to put it back in my park later. But yeah, that's my outhouse. Yeah. Leave me alone. I'm on the crapper. Yep.